Things just took a sickening turn as a league source just exposed the Eagles' offensive philosophy, and fans around the NFL are going crazy on social media because of it. We'll break down all of this breaking news that just came out and what the players are saying in response to it. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on Eagles Digest to give you guys everything surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles and everything in preparation of this week 5 matchup against the Denver Broncos. But before we get into this video of all the breaking news, if you guys are a part of the 86.7% who aren't subscribed to these videos, let's hit that subscribe button. Let's comment down below to join in on this amazing group of Philadelphia Eagles fans who have subscribed to this channel. We have daily updates every single day of the week and breaking news around the two-time Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. So subscribe and let us know what you guys want for Eagles content. But getting right into this video as we're talking about breaking news surrounding the Eagles offense. And this has been something that has been lingering over the last couple weeks, that this offense has not been able to click on all cylinders. It went back to when you're looking at it from last year, where the passing offense was not good against the Carolina Panthers, and then they went and had that great game passing against the Steelers, and then just rode Saquon Barkley to the Super Bowl. But when you're looking at this passing offense, it has been dreadful these past 4 games, and it is really something that has just been misunderstood between Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and DeVonta Smith, and new play caller Kevin Patullo. And Diana Rossini had a report from a league source that just broke about the Eagles' offensive philosophy, and I wanted to share it with you guys. He said, they said regarding the Eagles' offensive philosophy, they said right now for the Eagles, it's run, 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 Jalen Hurts off schedule pass, tush push. For the receivers, that means when they get to the red zone, they aren't getting the ball, and they know it. Hence the frustrations. And this is huge because this is something that we knew was a problem, and we didn't know everything surrounding it. We didn't know if it was just figuring it out over the first couple of weeks. You know, it takes a while for a Super Bowl champion to just get the ball rolling a little bit. But this, patience is done in Philadelphia right now. Patience is done with this passing offense. It is now or never, do or die with this Eagles offense, because we've already seen all of the reports of A.J. Brown being frustrated. He has to kick back his comments a little bit in a press conference that he had at his locker room. It is going around. Philadelphia is circling around, and it is going to other players as well. And just looking at the stats so far in this season, especially for A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith, the main pass catchers for the Philadelphia Eagles, it is disgusting. Through 4 games, 14 receiving receptions, 151 yards, 1 touchdown through 4 games for A.J. Brown. He's averaging 10.8 yards per reception on 28 targets. And most of those yards, 151 yards, came in the Rams game, where the Eagles offense didn't do anything in the first half and then exploded in the second half. In the Buccaneers game, flying on all cylinders in the first half, and then the second half didn't even have a passing yard. So the Eagles have to be very balanced right now, and they are not when it comes to the first half and the second half. When we're moving over to DeVonta Smith's numbers, 17 receptions, 158 yards, 1 receiving touchdown through 4 games, 9.3 yards per reception on 20 targets. So throughout the first 4 games, the number 1 and number 1A on the Philadelphia Eagles pass catchers are not even hitting 200 yards through 4 games. If you would have said these are the numbers through the first 4 games at the beginning of the season, I would think we are 0-4 in the season. We're 4-0. So there is a little bit of a cushion right now, but we know from the 2023 season that the Eagles, they can mask a lot of problems with winning. And yes, winning is the most important thing at the end of the day. But when it comes to the main pass catchers like Brown, like DeVonta Smith, like Saquon Barkley in the run game, and Jalen Hurts. When the stats are not looking good and the Eagles' offense doesn't look good in one half versus the other, it's going to raise major red flags and major advantages with other teams. And DeVonta Smith had a lot to say about this Eagles offense and their standard in 2025. He said nothing on offense is going good right now. And I think that's where the frustration comes at with a lot of us, Smith said. Not that we just want the ball and things like that. We want the offense to be moving in the right direction. And right now, we're not doing that. The defense is carrying us. The defense is playing lights out. The special teams is doing some good things right now. Offensively, we have to be better. And that is a statement from your wide receiver 1A. And it all comes down to Kevin Patullo. It all comes down to the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. We saw last year with Kellen Moore, the offense didn't look good through the first 4 games, and then it exploded when they came off the bye week and adapted a run-first mentality. Well, when you're coming off a Super Bowl and you're coming off one of the greatest single seasons by a running back, you're going to have to balance it a little bit. You're going to not have to just rely on Saquon Barkley every single time and expect him to go for 200 yards. People are going to be honing in on that. Teams have more time to adjust. They have adjusted now to Saquon Barkley and playing into the Eagles offense. So when you're coming to it, they're daring Jalen Hurts to pass. Not like they think Jalen Hurts can't pass, but they know right now that the Eagles offensive philosophy is flawed and they don't have the ability to get it in the passing game. I thought when they scored so many yards in the second half against the Rams, I thought they were going to be starting to click. And the first half of the Buccaneers game showed a lot of that. But then when it came to the second half, it's like the Eagles were hanging on for dear life. And so when we go into this game against Denver, we're home against the Broncos, where the Eagles have been relatively well. Something needs to change. It needs to get to Brown. It needs to get to Smith. Jalen Hurts and Kevin Patullo need to open up this offense and look like the offense that we know from 2022 and early 2023, because that offense was one of the best offenses that I have ever seen from the Philadelphia Eagles on all cylinders, passing, rushing, everything above. Like the quarterback was playing at an MVP level, the wide receivers were getting 1,000 yards, everything was clicking on all cylinders. But when we're looking at it, when we're looking at the total offensive rankings for the Philadelphia Eagles, they are ranked at 30th. 30th. They are 4-0. They are looking, pedestrian on offense, and their defense has been able to bail them out on a lot of games. But the 30th ranked total offense for a 4-0 team, just completely unacceptable at this point. And then when you're looking at these numbers, 251 yards per game, and they have 14 total touchdowns. 14 total touchdowns. When you're looking at it, they are right ahead of the Tennessee Titans, who are 0-4, who have a rookie quarterback, and the Cincinnati Bengals, who lost Joe Burrow. So when you're looking at it, it just is very staggering when a team like the Eagles, who we know that they have the weapons, they have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. They have A.J. Brown, DeVonta Smith, Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley. I can go on and on and on about how many weapons that the Eagles have. For them to be the 30th ranked offense, you can't justify that. You can't justify it, and something really just needs to change. And, when we're looking at the passing offense rankings, they are ranked 31st in passing offense. 138 yards per game for the Eagles and Jalen Hurts in passing offense, and 5 passing touchdowns. That is tied with the Cincinnati Bengals, who scored 3 points against the Minnesota Vikings in week 3. So when we're looking at it, the Eagles, Bengals, and Titans are both at the bottom of the league in offense. The Bengals, they're 2-2. They have a backup quarterback. As I mentioned before, the Titans, They are 0-4 with a rookie quarterback, and they are not clicking at all. They scored 0 points, 0 points against the Texans. So there is just no excuse for the Eagles offense to not be humming at this point. I am going to give more the benefit of the doubt right now because they are 4-0 and they are developing a little bit more. But when we look at this next schedule for the Eagles, when we're looking at the Denver Broncos, you got the Giants twice in the matter of 3 weeks, and you got the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota has a good defense. Denver has a good defense. Giants has an up-and-coming defense. So for the Eagles to open up their playbook against teams that they should beat, this is the time to do it. This is the stretch to do it because when you're looking over to the offensive side, when you're looking at Bo Nix, Jackson Dart, and Carson Wentz, those are the quarterbacks that you shouldn't be afraid that are going to take advantage. So take some risks, have Jalen Hurts throw a little bit more, and try to open up the pass to soften the run, and the Eagles offense will click at some point and hopefully some point soon. But that's going to do it for another edition of Eagles Digest. Hope you guys enjoyed all the content that we're bringing you on this channel. You guys better hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you are notified of all these videos. We're going to have so much content regarding the Eagles and Broncos game. Me and Jack will give you so much content there. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and go Birds and fly Eagles fly.